such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know, when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you can tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. So the Air Force Falcons offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key to their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up at the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On the option. Smashes through. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally. Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. You get in those situations, you can get the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback adapted. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. On the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got
take it away and rely on their defense. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dave.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So on this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bridges. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end, and he'll be brought down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll just keep slinging it. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oaks. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here comes the option. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Scanning the field, it's Sims. Quarterback moving. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for it. And they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. We just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football. That's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as we saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll keep it himself. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They'll go to the air. Finds his man. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on their next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They got nothing on the last play in 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. At midfield, he's got room. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. The ball pops out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground too.
There's no doubt. And they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
Nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play. Till you get the ball to the fullback, you're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody fast. Nowhere to go.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To throw, it's Sims. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
29 Philly.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
Ready, go.
The running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
To give to the big fullback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. The Falcons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The give to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Quarterback checking off. The snap sets up the throw. Got his man on the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to pass. It's Sims. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incomplete.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to add another. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Swings it out to the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires on the move. Incomplete, and he threw that into traffic and fortunate to get it back.
Ah, what a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Going for the big play. He's got it down the left side. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead.
things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And we wondered all week how this one was going to play out. And through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance.
And he's running in the open. And they'll do more than move. Move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles. He helps his offense out.
On the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. The give to the fullback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moving the ball down the field. Didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. They need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Sims. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Flushed out of the pocket. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Broncos! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
How in the world did he miss that? A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. At Fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, Dave.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
On the ready.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. The option look. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped them for a big loss.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think we saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up 4th and 4.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here on this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance, their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Unleashes one. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. At the 35, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Goes to the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads. The big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense facing fourth down.
And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Makes a connection. He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Broncos are flying down the field. They're going to throw it again. A little release to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you. But you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Broncos have it with a 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed. You got to be really sharp, really crisp, and to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover.
Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Broncos! And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. If you give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And on 2nd down for this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. send up that offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive.
29 Philly.
Here's the give off the left side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on at midfield. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He lets one fly deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. A sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Broncos have taken it inside the 20. They'll leave it with the lone back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries, so don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
Easy.
They'll go to the ground.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He caught it. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football and hope it's still alive. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. These last couple of much stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The back goes in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. This
Easy.
quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Oh, look out, there he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard, just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And now on second down for this offense.
In blue. In blue.
They'll run play action. Throwing right. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody.
Easy.
This offense is strong to get down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Sims. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point, even in the 4th quarter with that lead.
Touchdown, Broncos! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line.
Easy.
Makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 13 over Iowa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a man on the left.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that
Easy.
think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver.
What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. The 40. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Think about that. The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got a stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
On second down, looking to throw. Buys a little time. Makes the catch. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Black 24. Black 24.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Boise State. And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up
Easy.
touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
A first down for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach credit.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really good.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He is
Easy.
but he was smelling that end zone on that. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete on the right side. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They recovered their own fumble, but now it's third down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, look out! I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense.
Easy.
To fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses. Schedule, they're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Offense uses the timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, the clock, and they put a good day together. They had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get
Easy.
a lot of big plays.
He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 10. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Easy.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's going to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one has gone. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the